E-bikes. I can remember riding one of these in 2009. It was a game changer because of the rear shock. It put me that much farther ahead to enjoying the ride. And what I'd like to show you today is the difference between these manual bikes and the e-bikes. This is a manual bike. It was put out on the market about 2009. It's a giant Trance X3.
Of course, the biggest issue is this is manual. In other words, it depends on man to make it move.
It has front shocks, a hydraulic braking system, but the size of the brake rotor is quite a bit smaller than the e-bike. And the tires are size 26. It has 9 speeds on the back cassette and 3 speeds on the front. The seat post is a set post. Handlebars are 26-inch or 67 millimeters. The tires are 2.2 inches. And what's the big difference about this bike? If you haven't ridden one, it's not the speed, it's the handling, the power for climbing, and the overall ease of movement. It's a beauty. These bikes are so much fun to ride. This is a 2019 Giant Trance. What's the big difference? Power assist. It has an 11-speed cassette. Of course, hydraulic brakes, but this one has quad brakes, 4-cylinder, compared to the 2 cylinders on the old Trance. And look at that tire. It's 2.5 inches long. Of course, it has front shocks as well, but this is a 36 compared to a 32 in the old one. The rear shock is quite substantial. It can handle up to 450 pounds. Built into the frame of the bike is a powerful battery. Catch this, there's only one set of gears on the front. All of the gear shifting happens on the right-hand side. The handlebars are 32 inches wide. Now, one of the great advantages of this bike is a dropper post. And so, what's the big difference between the two bikes? Well, obviously, the motor.
Well, the first time I rode one of these, I was not impressed. I think it was arguing with that voice in my head that was saying, "You're cheating." Well, after riding one the second time, I decided I'd rather be a cheater. What do you mean, be a cheater? Well, the really enjoyable thing about this whole experience is that as I'm going up a rather steep hill and I'm passing the young guys, they look at me as they're breathing very deeply, as I used to, saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" I just smile and wave.
The second time I rode one, I was going up an incline, and I was totally impressed. It didn't have the power of a motorcycle that would just blast you through. It's more intuitive. The motor and the computer in there read the amount of pressure that you put on, and it matches it. I can remember going up a really steep incline. It was actually a downhill black run. Fortunately, no one was coming down while I was going up. I remember going up it though and turning one of the corners, and as I turned the corner, I felt the motor torque down and suck right into the corner and pull me on through. If you know what I'm talking about, when you're riding up a hill on a manual bike, there's that momentary hesitation. Am I in the right gear? Am I going to be able to balance through this? Will I need to stand up into the pedals? Or can I just go on through? The e-bike solves that issue completely. There's less gear grinds on an e-bike because there's more, it reads, there's more latitude in the amount of pressure you have to put on because it matches it. If you haven't ridden one, try one out. We're also this spring getting brand new Trek rails, the 9.7s. They're the top of the world, #1 e-bike, and I'm so happy to get them. So come along, rent one, see if they're all there, puffed up to be. You be the judge. And hopefully at some point soon, you'll be interested in getting a new bike as well.
So that's my news about the e-bike. They are a lot of fun. You gotta try one.
Of course, we practice COVID rules, masks and things are cleaned, but once you're away from the shop and you're out in the trails, you're free. This spring, what will you be doing? My hope is you'll come on by Bikes and Bites. We're open 9 to 5 starting April 1st. Before that, we're on call. Yeah, so give us a call if you need some help to have your bike repaired or you want to pre-book one of these fantastic bikes. You can also go to our website, biken.org, BIKEN.org. Check us out there. You'll find that you can book to rent a bike here or our other services. If you or someone you know is a new rider, or if you just want some tips on how to have a more enjoyable riding experience, we've got some stuff to pass on to you. You might want to know some secrets such as where the eyes go, the bike goes. We can explain that to you. We also have some advanced gear changing tips from some of the pros. So, you can sign up for those services. Remember, life is like riding a bike. In order to keep your balance, you have to keep moving forward. I hope you're doing that. I hope you tune in again next time. Jeff signing off from Bikes and Bites. Hello, it's Jeff. Hi there, everybody. It's Jeff and Bikes. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello.